Isn't that the weekend? Hey there, welcome back to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan, and today we are discussing Drake's mixtape, Dark Lane Demo Tapes. Canadian rapper, singer, among many other titles, is back with a brand new mixtape, his latest random collection of songs, most of which have been previously leaked or released. Toosie Slide, the most recent of the batch, is commercially making the rounds as a dance-crazed single, essentially Drake jumping onto the TikTok bandwagon. And despite his apathetic performance, Toosie Slide, it's actually okay, quite tolerable in my opinion. Not that I was expecting much from it, nor this project, after the painfully long, arduous commercial ploy that is Scorpion. But you know, Drake, whatever you will say about him, he's had his ups and downs when it comes to his mixtapes, to say the very least. Personally, for me, I am a firm believer that if you're reading this, It's Too Late is Drake's creative peak, and it might just be his greatest work to date. But then again, you compare that to a playlist like More Life. Drake sometimes just puts out these very bloated projects that are too hard to handle, at least with one sitting. So yeah, it kind of is a breath of fresh air coming into this new mixtape, knowing that it's under an hour. Other significant notes with regards to this mixtape's release, though, Drake is also teasing a new album on the horizon for this summer. So quantity has been a tactic for Drake for many years, we know this, but it's just of the more recent years, his fans are starting to get sick of it, maybe? Turning over what I hope is a new leaf here, though, we get this new project, and what I'm going to be talking about today is kind of a mixed bag of demos, loose ends, just some stuff that was purposely left unfinished, just really scraps of meat off the factory floor. So taking that into consideration, this mixtape, it's Drake. I mean, it is what it is, take it or leave it. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing different than what he's been putting out in the past few years. So if you do want to hear him rap about his mom, whine about previous relationships, name drop MJ, have a few laughable struggle bars here and there, it's all there. And I say all that trying not to reduce Drake's significance in the music industry, especially mainstream music industry, because it would be untenable to say that Drake is not one of this generation's biggest stars with no influence whatsoever. I think it's just safer to say that Drake is sadly not as cutting edge or a breath of fresh air as he once used to be. Instead, he mimics other rapping styles that are usually hit or miss on Dark Lane demo tapes. Here, we're basically getting a shorter version of Scorpion, just as scatterbrained and all over the place with styles and trend chasing. I am pleasantly surprised, though, that he outdoes Playboi Carti on his featured track, Pain 1993, but not so shocking as when Drake is outperformed by contemporaries like Future and Young Thug on D4L, which is actually one of the harder hitting and musical highlights on this mixtape, with a great amount of chemistry between said artists. No, it's not like Drake is outdone for lack of trying. He almost tries too hard sometimes when it comes to some songs, especially the corny grime and UK rap accent that he uses on the final two tracks, Demons and War. Demons implements this ethereal and profound vocal sample with an okay beat. I just feel bad for the featured artists on this track because Drake, he sounds like he's giving grime a disservice. Meanwhile, War is a much better song in my opinion, solely because of the cold instrumental that Axel Beats provides. It didn't really matter what Drake was going to do over top of it because that instrumental is just amazing. Now, avoiding Drake's vocals and lyrics, that's a very hard thing to do, nor would I recommend it, because there are moments of clarity, moments of charisma, such as on the track Landed, the first song on this project that I actually felt like it sounded alive, and it had this distinguished switch up from the first 7 tracks. Drake also sheds light onto a feature I've never heard of before with Giveon, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's on the track Chicago Freestyle. He certainly has great potential here, almost Sampha-esque with the vocals, easily the best part of that track. Now, with those small highlights aside, what thwarts the success of Dark Lane demo tapes, in my opinion, are the very same reasons that made Drake's latest LP such a chore to get through. Drake is essentially doubling down on what he's done better in the past. Take this project's opening moments, for example, Deep Pockets, and even the second track, When to Say When. Both of these sound like Drake is on autopilot. He's very descriptive with his imagery and the lyrics. They're a step above mindless rap. They just personally don't do anything for me. And when I say that, there might just be a painting of an image with not much context, or it's just the usual things that we've heard from Drake in the past, and he's not really adding anything new to the conversation. And on the R&B side of things, Drake isn't adding anything new to that either. He sounds just as sleepy, if not sleepier, than he did with the R&B cuts on Scorpion. I think of a track like Not You Too featuring Chris Brown. Meanwhile, Time Flies is like In My Feelings Part 2. It's really just another example of Drake being more focused on his appearance over the quality of a song. You know, he's always throwing us those Instagram caption-ready lyrics. Now pair those glaring issues of laziness with the demo quality mixing on some tracks like Desires and From Florida with Love. You're just lacking captivation on this project's lowlights. In fact, the beats and the production don't even make up for that. There is a staleness to many of these tracks that by the time you've hit the 1 minute mark, you've pretty much heard everything that you're going to hear and what the song has to offer. And if that wasn't enough criticism, there's a disjointed soul sample on the song Losses. I guess now cutting our losses with this project before we get too carried away, it is shorter at least. It's not 90 minutes long like the previous LP was, but Drake, he sometimes just bores me as much as he did before, especially with the painfully spotty and boring performances and just some obviously unfinished songs, hence why this project is a collection of demo tapes. It goes without saying, if you are a Drake fan, you'll probably get some songs out of this that you'll enjoy, but if you're a new Drake fan at this point, there is much better. Not that this is the worst thing I've ever heard, it's just that other projects have been more compelling in the past, and this is just really watered down. That being said, the second half of this mixtape certainly comes alive, has a lot more energy compared to the front. A few good takeaways, but just another Drake project that will go by the wayside. Nothing too special going on here. It'll probably be forgotten within a matter of weeks, months, doesn't really matter. Still is a disappointment to me knowing that I've enjoyed quite a bit of Drake's material in the past. So I'm going to give this new mixtape a 4 out of 10. There you have it. There's the new Drake mixtape review. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Sound off down below in the comments. Let me know if you enjoyed this music. Agree or disagree, I'm here to engage with you guys. If you'd like to leave a like, subscribe if you're new in town, I'd appreciate that very much. As always, thanks for watching and have a rockin' day.